Hello from my side. Welcome to the other episode of Engage Talks. Today we decided to shoot a couple of videos with project which we have in our portfolio on topic of engaged investment. And today I invited Jirka Kobelka from Tatum. Jirko, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Jirko, can you just briefly introduce your project? What is this about?
So Tatum is basically a startup where we are building a platform for developers, and our mission is basically to help them to build blockchain apps much faster, much easier. So so they don't have to understand blockchain; they can just develop apps.
Perfect, thank you. And jumping towards the investment and investors, so how did you choose your first investor? What were the most important criteria for you that time?
Well, so basically, I think I mean, in the beginning, if you are, starting looking for investors, I mean, you are basically looking for money. That's what you are doing. But what I have learned during that time is it's not really just about money. It's more about, about the fit, because it's kind of marriage. We will live together for a couple of years at least, and it must work. And so money is one part, but also it's more about, if you do understand each other, if you can basically work together, and also if there is any added value in terms of the investor. I mean, of course, investors will not work with you in your startup in most cases, but they can actually help you in other ways.
Okay, sounds good. And if you should mention how the cooperation between you and investor look today, and some specific case what you are cooperating on, what would it be?
Okay, so thank you for the question. Basically, we are cooperating a lot. I'm not saying daily, but quite often. And for me as a first-time founder, what we see is quite important for us is, first of all, to help us, especially in our stage, where we are moving from pre-seed to seed. It's very important to know how actually prepare a company, how to work with follow-up investors, and so on. And that's what is very important. I have never done it before, so this is one thing. Second thing is we also have a lot of ongoing things, like we are looking for someone, we need some help from some expert, or maybe just we want to talk with some other startup which is in portfolio, or basically our investors know them, so we can actually reach out, and it's much easier. I would say those are very important things, and at least in our case, we are leveraging that quite a lot.
Yeah. And do you think that it's important that investor is engaged in your company and know really what's going on weekly basis or monthly basis?
Look, I think it's very important. I think it's basically one of the most important things, because you can have three kind of investors. One is engaged, which is, I mean, if it's fit, it's good. Then you can have investor who doesn't care, which means you have dead shares. I mean, that's basically burden. And in the worst case, you can have investor who actually is not fit, and basically that's basically I guess the worst case. And to have engaged investor who is helping you, I'm not saying, or maybe it is even one of the most important things when it comes to relationship with with someone who is helping you to to build a company, to grow it, and so on. So especially I think in the beginning, I mean, when the startup is going to Series A, Series B, Series C, I guess investors will become less and less engaged in terms of ongoing things, and they will be more engaged in some other things like bigger B2B deals or whatever. But in our stage, we are actually learning a lot, and we need help with kind of normal things we haven't done before, and that's very useful.
Great. So I have nothing to add. Thank you very much for your time. It's highly appreciated, and I guess talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, Jan. Cheers.
Cheers.